guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry that I haven't been posting. I just started my first week up again at beauty school, so it's been kind of hectic, but now I'm going to be on a strict schedule of uploading Monday and Fridays. So stay tuned for my videos and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on my videos also. And so today I'm just going to be doing a makeup look tutorial on like how you apply makeup for beginners. So like what products to use, what you use first, in what order. So I'm out of breath. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first very important thing to know about how to keep your makeup on all day and lasting long and not like cracking or clinging to dry spots is to use a really good primer. And it's really good to invest in a really good one of these only because this is what's going to be like the foundation of your makeup. So I suggest the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. You can find this at like Sephora or Ulta. I'm not really sure the exact price, but I know it's not too expensive. So I just take one pump on my finger and I put this all over my face. So this is just really going to like smooth out your skin and almost give your face a little bit of like a tacky, sticky feel, and that's what your makeup is going to stick to. Next thing you want to know about how to apply your makeup is to get a good foundation. I really suggest the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. It is a liquid foundation because I just like shook the camera. Because I do have dry skin, a powder foundation would just like really cling to my dry spots. So if you have dry skin, I definitely recommend this. It's amazing. It doesn't cling to your dry spots at all. And if you have oily face, you could go towards one of these. I'm not sure how exactly the Too Faced Born This Way works on oily skin, but I know that powder foundations also do really work on oily skin. So the next thing you obviously need something to apply your foundation. I sometimes use a dampened beauty blender. That will give you more of a airbrush look, so more light and like, you know, like nothing too like full coverage, but I do like full coverage. So I use my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush. It looks like this. I got it on the Sigma website. It's amazing. Like I'm running so low on this, but I really just need like two pumps to do like my whole entire face. If like I did it with a beauty blender, I'd probably need like 4 or 5. So yeah, so the tool that you will use to apply your foundation is definitely a big factor in how your foundation is going to, like the final look will be. So now, as you can see, I just pumped like 2 pumps. I'm really running low, so I had to like dab it on there. On my brush looks like that, and I'm just going to apply this all over my face and my neck. And when you're applying your liquid foundation, I really haven't experimented with powder foundation, so I can't talk about that too much just because I do have dry skin. But with applying your liquid foundation, you really do want to make sure it's evenly distributed. So by me saying that, I mean like every spot is the same amount of coverage. So you don't want to have like 100 like drops over here and it has so much coverage on this side and then this side's kind of more sheer. So you just want to make sure you are like, I kind of just like buff this in and I drag it along my face, just making sure that there are no creases or anything and that I have like the most even coverage. So then I'm going to work it down my neck. I only like to do this just to make sure your neck and your face like will never be the same color. But I just like to work it just a little bit down here so it looks blended in. And I don't go too far down my neck. I just stop like right here. I don't do anything like on my décolleté or anything. So after it looks pretty even to you, you get it everywhere on your eyelids, everywhere even your foundation application is done. Now that your foundation is done, that's kind of like almost like a paper for like an artist. Like so now your canvas is done, so now you can go in and just start to perfect like little imperfections. So I'm going to go in with concealer. I have the Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay, and I'm in Light Warm. And I'm using this, I think it's like a little Maybelline sponge. I don't really like it that much, but I lost my beauty blender. I have no idea where it went. I think the dog that I'm watching like stole it, so I'm gonna have to invest in another one. But I don't love this concealer. I'm not really even sure why. I just think that it creases when people say like it doesn't. Like it's so hyped up, but I'm just waiting to get my hands on like the Born This Way foundation. I mean the concealer. So when you're applying concealer, I really just dip it in once, and you want to put it anywhere where you want to brighten up your face. So that's going to be under your eyes. This will also cover some dark circles. I like to do it down the bridge of my nose too. I don't know if you guys could tell, but the camera just like dropped a little bit. I just like to do 3 little strokes right up there on my chin and my Cupid's bow. So these are basically the points in your face that you want to be bright and not bronze, so more highlighted. So you usually do the high points of your face and underneath your eyes. Now after you're done that, you're just going to take a dampened beauty blender, or just like, you know, a beauty sponge. Like if you can't afford one of the beauty blenders, I know they can be like really pricey just for like a sponge, but they really are worth it. So I'm just sweeping this up, trying not to spread it too much in different places. Like I want it to stay underneath my eyes. I don't want it to come down on my cheeks. So that's like really important with applying your concealer, is keeping the product in one spot. So I'm just, as you can see, it's like really not easy to keep the product in one spot. I'm just sweeping it up towards like my temple almost, just trying to blend it out. This like little knockoff beauty blender, like it's kind of harder than a beauty blender even when it's dampened, so it's like a little bit harder to apply. And then I'm just gonna do the same with the bridge of my nose. It just brightens it up a little bit. The 3 little strokes I did up on my forehead. And my chin and Cupid's bow. So anytime you put concealer on your face, you don't want it to slide, you want it to stay and keep covering your face. So what you want to do to make sure your concealer stays all day is use a setting powder. I like loose setting powders. I feel like you can bake easier with it. It's just like so much easier. So I like the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. It looks like this. You can get it at Sephora. And then I really usually just take a dampened beauty blender, but I don't have one. So you should definitely take like a damp like little sponge to apply this. So what I'm doing now is called baking, and it's gonna look kind of funny, but I'm just going to sweep this anywhere that I put concealer, and this gets a little bit messy. This is just going to ensure that your concealer will really stay. So along with concealer comes contouring. So I am not like new to contouring, but like I don't contour on an everyday basis, and I had the Anastasia, however you say it, her cream contour kit, and I didn't really like it. So I do suggest the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Chiseled to Perfection palette. It's amazing and it smells like chocolate. Like what more could you ask for? Oh my gosh. And it comes with, like, I usually don't use brushes that come with like a little palette, but it comes with this little contour brush, and it really is like amazing. It's better than the contour brush I use, so I switched to this. So with contouring, it's kind of the opposite of highlighting. You don't want to do it on the high points of your face, so you're not going to drag the contour where you put it, where you put the highlight and the concealer. So I'm going to go in with the darkest color in the palette, which is Dark Cocoa. So I'm just going to take it with this, and I'm going to with contouring, you want to pinch your cheeks, so you want to like make a little fish face, like, and then you're going to go like right underneath that, just to like chisel out your cheekbones. So I'm just going to show you guys how I do it. So see, it just kind of gives you like a little bit of definition, like you have these insanely sharp cheekbones. So I'm going to do that on the other side as well. And it looks a little bit crazy now, but we're going to bake it and like clean up the lines of it. So If you have a larger forehead or like medium forehead and you just want your forehead to appear a little bit smaller, I have like a pretty normal forehead, but I just like to do this just to bronze up my face. I take the contour where I stopped, like on my cheekbones, and I just drag it along the top of my face. Now, I know you guys are like, who you are watching this, people that are watching this, it's like a beginner makeup tutorial, so contouring won't be like an everyday thing. Be careful because it can turn into one because it's kind of like addicting, because it just makes you look like literally chiseled to perfection. So, and then to kind of like get away, like get your double chin away, you want to like, and sharpen your jawline, just take a little bit because this can look like you have a 5 o'clock shadow a little bit underneath your jawline and just drag it across. And this is just going to give you an effect of like a really sharp like jawline. And then I like to do it around the sides of my nose. It's just the tiniest bit. It's going to make your nose appear thinner. So now that we have the contour done, I'm going to go back in with the translucent setting powder just to clean up lines, because sometimes your contour can get a little bit crazy. And you're just going to want to take this and clean up the line. So I'm just going to go right underneath the contour and just drag it along there. Just see I went a little bit too far down on this contour, so by baking it's going to let it set just like a little bit more. Now with baking, you are going to want to let it sit for like 5 to 10 minutes. So after I'm done this, I will usually like start cleaning up my the makeup I already used, or I will like go and pick out my outfit or something. Just let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. You can even just like put it on and set it. You don't have to bake every time. Baking just like reassures that it's going to stay on longer. So I will come back in 5 to 10 minutes and then show you guys what to do after. Okay guys, so it's been about 5 to like 10 minutes, somewhere in between there. Now you're just going to want to sweep away the excess powder. So I'm just taking this little brush right here, and just like you guys can probably see these like powder puffs like, oh excuse me, squirting off my face. I'm just going to, and it just makes it like more chiseled and defined. Cleans up any lines and ensures that it is not going to smear or smudge at all. So I'm just sweeping that off, and there's like a huge cloud of powder right here. And then all your liquids are now set. So now we look kind of pasty white, which I hate. So I'm going to go in with some bronzer, and you want to take a bronzer that is like a shade or two darker than your skin tone. I really like to bronze it up, so I use this one. If you guys can see the color, it's beautiful. It smells like chocolate. It's Too Faced. It's the chocolate, so like medium deep matte bronzer. And with the bronzer, you need a good bronzing brush. I like this bronzing brush. It's not too firm, it's not too fluffy, but I would like another one that's like fluffier. So when purchasing a bronzer brush, you want to go for more of a big fluffy brush, so it's not going to just pack like product on. So where you want to bronze your face is kind of anywhere that you want to look bronzy, anywhere we put contour, anywhere you didn't use highlight or like the concealer. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit up here. I'm not going to just like drag it all over my face. I'm going to like sweep it across my forehead, down the side, where we contoured right there. And since I do like my face to look bronzy, I'm going to take like the tiniest bit, tap it off, and just like go where I put the concealer. And as you can see, like it's still light because I literally just put the tiniest bit. And we're just going to continue to bronze up our face. When purchasing a bronzer, you do want also like, you want something that's going to stay all day. I also like to bronze my neck. So you don't want to get like a really cheap bronzer just like to get a bronzer. I suggest like really looking into one, because bronzer like saves my life. So then your bronzer application is done. Now after you're done your bronzer, you're going to want to go in with blush. I like neutral blushes. Sorry, I can't speak today. So I'm going to go in with this color. It's the Too Faced blush. It's so cute. It's a little heart. It's in the shade Baby Love. All-time favorite blush. When I was in the store looking at it, I was like, ew, like it looks like you're gonna look dead when you put it on. But then I heard, who was I looking at on YouTube? Jamie Page Beauty. Check out her page. I'll link like a little link below to her page. But she was talking about it and I was like, alright, like, I guess I'll check it out. So now with the blush, you're just going to get a little bit on your brush. I'm using a highlight brush. I've used this brush a couple times because I lent my blush brush to a friend and I still need to get that back. So I'm just going to go in, and with the blush you want to focus on the apples of your cheeks. So if you go like this, you can kind of see where your cheekbone is. So it's like right up here. So you're just going to want to, you don't want to go overload with blush because then you will look like crazy. So that just gives you like a natural like flush look. I'm just going to do it on the other side too. Now when purchasing a blush, you want to go with, if you have like a fair to medium skin tone like me, you're going to want to go with a more neutral peachy pink blush. And if you have like a deeper skin tone, oh my gosh, my camera keeps like dropping down a little bit. If you have like a little bit of a deeper skin tone, you're going to want to go with like a more pink or like a darker blush. You really can wear any type of blush on any skin tone. It's like you can just let your imagination go wild. But that's just what I suggest. So after you're done your blush, this is my favorite part. I'm sure you guys hear about it all over the internet. It's like the new thing now. So highlight. I don't even know where to begin. So you definitely want to pick a good highlight. Nothing chunky with glitter because that's just like, it's not going to sit on your face. It's going to get glitter everywhere and then you're just going to look crazy. So I like the Becca Champagne Pop. It looks like this. I think it's like $20-something at Sephora, and now I'm going in with just a highlighting brush. And you're going to want to highlight high points of your face. So above the blush, so you're just going to highlight here, and you really can't put too much highlight on. I like to glow to the heavens, so I'm just going to pack it on. And then I'm going to do it on the other, above my blush. This one also almost kind of has like a pinkish, like champagne, considering it's called Champagne Pop, tone to it. So it goes really, really well with the blush I have. And now I just like to run it on my Cupid's bow, like right here. Like, look at that. It's beautiful. And then down the bridge of my nose. And then on the tip of my nose. Now for eyeshadow, a lot of people make this mistake thinking, oh, this is just like a useless like purchase, but no, it really does do like a difference. I'm using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and like just the original one. It's like the anti-aging one. You're gonna want to apply this on your eyelids before you do any type of eyeshadow, and then I just rub it in like that. This is just, okay, so the next thing is eyeshadow. I'm sure you guys can guess. And I'm going in with a Too Faced. I feel like this whole thing I'm using like all Too Faced products, but it really is my favorite brand. I can't speak today. It's the Chocolate Bonbon palette. It looks like this. It's beautiful. It smells like chocolate, of course. And so I'm going in with my Sigma blending brush E25. It looks like this. It's just like a fluffy blending brush. It's amazing. Now, when you're doing your eyeshadow, you want to start with a transition shade. So you want to do something that's 1 to 2 shades darker than your skin tone. So I'm going to go in with Almond Truffle up here. Going to take my blending brush, dip it in there, and I'm just going to work this on my outer crease, working it into my inner crease. You're just going to want to use windshield wiper motions and then small circular motions on the outside. And then you're going to want to go in with a shade that's like 1 to 2 shades darker than your transition shade. So I'm going in with Mocha. I'm just showing you guys a really natural look since you guys are beginners. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to pack it right there, and then windshield wiper motions on the crease. You never want to go in with like, let me think of a color. Okay, Bordeaux, or however you say that. You don't ever just want to go in with that first on the crease because it's going to look crazy. You're going to look like you just had like cocoa powder puffed onto your eyelid, and that is not cute. So you definitely want to work up shades, even if you have to put like 15 shades on to get a dark color. You want to like gradually darken the color up. So I'm just working Mocha into the crease. And then blending is really key with any eyeshadow look, if you didn't look at that right now. It's just going to make everything blend together and have like no harsh lines. So the next thing I like to do light colors with my either like a flat top brush or my finger. I'm going to use my finger today just because I like the way it turns out with this color. So with your crease colors, you want to stay towards the matte colors, especially if you're beginners. Once you get more comfortable with it, you can experiment with like sparkly shimmery colors in the crease. I still to this day like mattes in the crease and shimmers on like the inner corner and lid. So now I'm going to go in with Satin Sheets, which is this really, really, really pretty color right there, on my finger. And I'm just going to pack that on my... So my camera died as I was saying that, but I just took that Satin Sheets on my brow bones just to... You want to take a light color on your brow bones just to open your eyes up and like accentuate the arch on your eyebrow. My camera died, so I'm now... Like the batteries died, so I'm now filming on my phone. So I'm annoyed, just realized I had like the tiniest bit to go. But as I was saying, you're going to take a light eyeliner, especially if you're a beginner. So I'm just going to get closer and show you guys. I'm going to go under my waterline with this new color. It's just going to open up your eyes and make them appear bigger. Now, just to finish up your look, you're going to go in with some mascara. I like black mascara just to make it a little bit more dramatic. If you are more fair skin toned and you like a little bit more of a natural look, go towards like a brown mascara. But I'm using the Marc Jacobs Velvet Lash, and I'm just going to apply it like this, keeping my eyes open. And just kind of blinking while I'm doing them. And I'm going to do the same with my bottom lashes. Now that you are finished with the mascara and you're done your look, you're going to want to use a setting spray. I use the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. Looks like that. It's about like $30-something at the MAC. And this is just going to set your makeup. Kind of like a primer did, but this is like a finishing spray. And then if you are new to makeup watching this video, I for the longest time honestly didn't wear any colored lip. I would just use like a chapstick like this. So I'm just going to apply chapstick after my lips are dry. And you can even do like a clear gloss. Hi guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful to anyone seeking help that is beginning or looking into starting how to apply makeup. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye guys!